Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality, coming back with you here today with an article from July 23rd from Red State. As says, Democrat Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett tells MSNBC's Jen Psaki the government should determine truth. There's so many things wrong with this, namely the fact that, number one, Stacey Plaskett tends to never be right about the things she's bringing up in congressional hearings or anytime I ever hear her talk. Second, she's going on and, basically to a safe place with Jen Psaki, who is also a just committed liar. And also, no, the government should not determine the truth. In fact, the only thing I need to say to prove that they should not is just everything that happened during the coup. That's it. How many things they lied about, and we're telling the people who are basically serial liars that, no, those are the people that should be telling us what to believe. But let's just get into the article. There's Stacey Plaskett. And the article says, I've suggested in the past that if the Democrat Party actually told the American people the truth about their objectives, they'd never win an election again. That's a really true statement if you think about it. I've heard people say that before, but that just seems more true, especially now than ever. Back to the article, it says, Welp, Democrat Stacey Plaskett, a non-voting delegate from the U.S. Virgin Islands and the ranking member on the House Weaponization of the Federal Government Subcommittee, did just that on Sunday morning in an interview with MSNBC's Jen Psaki. In a word, according to Plaskett, who on Thursday smugly treated Democrat presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as he spoke before the select subcommittee, told Democrat mouthpiece Psaki, in effect, that the federal government should define truth and protect the American people from untruths. Yes, again, because we can trust them to tell us the truth, because they've been doing such a good job at it, especially during the Biden administration. So what she said was, well, first of all, they want to talk about censorship, that anytime you point out untruths, you're censoring or you're stopping people from speaking. Yes, that's Ms. Plaskett, that is exactly what that means. And then she continues, says, it's not that we're stopping people from speaking, people can speak, but we're also going to give the American people the truth so that they can have science and facts and history against wild, outlandish claims that the Republicans are trying to get. Well, I hate to break it to you, Ms. Plaskett, but your side is the side that is basically anti-science, anti-facts, and anti-history. So the Republicans tend to be the ones getting it right for the most part. So you're doing a lot of projecting here. And then her quote finishes with, that's not only going to keep them from going to the polls or suppressing vote or untelling truths, none of which is true, but is also really very detrimental to the American people. So the author of the article says, oh, please, let's see, Ms. Plaskett. And then it has a whole bunch of links here to things, such as Anthony Fauci's COVID lies, then CDC head Rochelle Walensky's vaccine lies, DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas' secure border lies, Joe Biden's Bidenomics lies, the Justice Department's Hunter Biden laptop lies. Should I continue? Yeah, I mean, that's probably just a small sampling, but remember, she says that these folks should be telling you what you need to know. Okay, and already just in this article, it was at 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Okay, I can count. So article goes on. It says, in other words, the federal government is the Ministry of Truth, Ms. Plaskett. They spelled ministry wrong. This is ministry. And then author says, I mean, I don't want to overreact here, but such authoritarian talk is a tad bit Orwellian, isn't it? Oh, it's beyond Orwellian. I mean, it's like almost, yeah. Such arrangements haven't worked out all that well throughout history, particularly for the citizenry living under such truths. Thing is, I'm not sure which is scarier, the fact that today's Democrat Party thinks all of the above is an awesome idea, or that they're so eager to finally just come right out and say it. The other thing is, Plaskett and other like-minded leftists are fully aware that, as the Democrat Party continues to drift to the far left, a growing number of Democrat voters believe exactly as she does about the need to suppress and or outright censor conservative reported facts and public opinion that fly in the face of Democrat lies and false narratives, facts and opinions that terrify the hell out of them. I mean, if we even scroll back up here, I mean, conservative media is basically responsible for most of this stuff coming out, especially the Hunter Biden's laptop lies was reported by Emma Jo Morris at Breitbart, So, I mean, in a lot of this other stuff, not necessarily maybe conservative media, but conservatives have been very much like, yeah, this stuff didn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know what she's talking about. So, let's go ahead and censor the people that are telling you the actual truth, Right. So another Stacey Plaskett news, as we reported last Tuesday. She suggested that former President Donald Trump needs to be shot or stopped as she quickly pivoted. Freudian slip? What do you think? And yeah, it's not a Freudian slip, because I still am a boomer that hasn't figured out how to play audio in here. If you listen to that, she does, I remember this, she does say President Trump needs to be shot, like it says right here. So yeah, just letting you know where she is in her frame of mind. As if all this wasn't enough, questions recently surfaced about Plaskett's alleged link to the late Jeffrey Epstein and whether the notorious sex offender helped her win her election to the Virgin Islands in 2014. Yeah, that could be a problem. So many questions, so few answers from a radical congressional Democrat, no less, who thinks the federal government should decide for the American people what's truth and what's not. How reassuring. So the bottom line is that never forget that Democrats are like spoiled children. The more they get, the more they want, and they're never satisfied. And unlike spoiled kids, Democrats are more than happy to, as the old adage says, eat an elephant one bite at a time. Did I mention they're never satisfied? Yeah, so this is kind of disturbing. I mean, I know she doesn't have voting power in Congress, but what do you think about not even really her, but like the whole left going to everybody needs to be censored, especially conservative media? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.